Welcome back to Chatterbox and welcome to another trailer reaction. As you can see, it is the three of us. It's myself, P. We also have RV and we have Sean. How are you doing, guys?
All good, man. All good.
Very good. Very good. It's very mild for this time of year in London. It's been about 12, 13 degrees. So I can't complain about the temperature. It has been a bit gloomy, but I've been on a few holidays this year, so I can't be too greedy in that aspect. So
Lucky guy on holidays. Now, as you can see, we don't do as many reactions as we want these days, and that is due to energy prices. Energy prices have gone up, which has severely limited how many reactions we can do because each reaction costs us a lot of money. If you see the energy prices in the UK at the moment. Now, we will be reacting to something special, but before we go into it, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please check us out on Patreon. And what will we be reacting to today, Sean?
Today we are going to be reacting to a film called Freddy, which is actually starring Kartik Aaryan, who plays a role of an introverted dentist who is also a serial killer.
Kartik Aaryan, I always like films with serial killers. I like TV shows with serial killers. One of my favorite of all time is Dexter. He worked in the police force and he was a serial killer. I don't know if that says something is weird about us that we like watching things like this. But hey, anyway, are you guys ready to check it out?
yeah, just one thing on that. I don't know if you guys saw there was a guy who is now been charged with the murder of his girlfriend in Delhi. And he chopped her up into 35 pieces. And apparently, in the Indian newspapers, they said he was inspired by Dexter and such crime shows. Now, I mean, I don't know how loose that link is because back in the day, you had people blaming all sorts of violence on video games and like Marilyn Manson and all that kind of stuff. And I always thought that was nonsense. But you do always have a few rotten apples that obviously are not meant to be watching these shows because then they take everything literally. But yeah,
Said
I mean,
35 pieces. That's just
yeah,
messed
and
up.
went into the forest and disposed of a small piece every single day. So thoughts with the family of that woman. I mean, I think her name was Shraddha. But yeah, crazy story.
Insane.
Some sick people out there.
Wow. Wow. All right. Yes. Okay. Let's check out this Disney. The most messed up thing is Disney is known for, when I was young, Disney's known for happiness, cartoons,
Bringing
and now we're
joy.
going to watch something about a serial killer that is going to be aired on Disney. Okay. Happy days. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Disney Hotstar. This winter comes a story of a shining
Okay, I can see the Dexter similarities.
Sorry, sir, kept you waiting.
It's not a very Indian name, Freddy, is it?
That was kind of, although it was short, it was quite chilling. It was quite chilling. It's interesting. I like the music. The music kind of got you into the mood. It was really well filmed, but even in that little short sequence, he showed a lot of his character, and I like that gradual progression that they showed within a short space of time that made you go, hmm, hmm, I want to see this. I definitely
Mhm.
want to see this. There's something about this that has piqued my interest. Maybe it's because of my love of Dexter, but this looks twisted enough for me. What did you think, Sean?
Yeah, it's definitely different. That's a key thing for me here. Like obviously we've seen quite a lot of films about serial killers over the years, but it's different in the fact that in the way that the trailer was put together, I suppose. With the high tempo music, it wasn't really sinister to start off with. So you was getting a bit of a sort of chilled, sort of friendly vibe getting into it. He seemed a little bit likable almost, which was a bit strange, knowing the synopsis of this one. But then, yeah, he was right in the way that it just sort of switched and that, like, very it like very amplified tone shift where it was like him dragging a body through the woods. Yeah, that definitely caught me off guard. And yeah, it looks like it could be done really well. One of the things that I'm thinking about here is, where obviously he was carrying the body through the woods, and then he had the bit where he turned up to the guy who I'm guessing he was working on his teeth in the chair. Is this going to be one of those slasher type serial killer films, or is it going to be more like, just typically he kills people, and it's more around that? Because the tone in the beginning and him dancing, I don't know, maybe it is a little bit more palatable and it's not as dark and sinister as.
See how I see it come is I think it's going to show him that he's been doing this for a while. He's been killing people and
Yeah.
kind of putting when they go under, he just mutilates them, and then he's going to come up against his match. We all know how that it's going to
Yeah,
pan
but do
out.
you think it's going to be gory, like slasher, like
It
all of
won't
that?
start out gory, but I think it will
Yeah,
be gory.
you reckon?
What do you
Okay.
think, RV?
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned the Dexter reference in there, but I also felt that his character had this very calculated thing, which reminded me of the professor from Money Heist. And I don't know if it
Oh
was
yeah.
the glasses, the spectacles, or whatever as well that made me think of him. But he had this very sort of calculated look on his face the whole time, and obviously everything someone in that position, killer or even as a dentist, I'm sure that profession requires you to be very methodical in your steps and very careful about everything you do. Um, but yeah, it made me seem as though it was creepier because he was dancing. I wouldn't suggest that that would be lightheartedness. I think that made it even more chilling. Maybe the fact that he's just got zero empathy for like his victims. He don't care. Like he's 1 minute having a ball, trying to do a moonwalk, and the next minute he's dragging the body into the woods, chopping them up. So yeah, for me that adds to like the character's sort of absolute like abyss of a black hole when you look into his eyes. That kind of Michael Myers kind of no emotion type of vibe. That kind of serial killer. So I mean, he doesn't look particularly scary, but obviously his actions tell you a different story. So whether he's a dentist by day and a serial killer by night, I'm not sure. It looked that way from the trailer, but yeah, it looked like something that I would watch. But I think it was very very short, and it didn't really tell me enough to want to grab me so much. So I wouldn't be rushing to watch it, but I would definitely watch it if and when I found out that it was released.
The only thing that I thought was slightly weird about watching it was he's a dentist.
Mm.
It's weird that he was dragging a complete body to dump it. I would expect him to mutilate the body or dissolve it in some form of acid because he would know about this being.
Maybe he removed all the teeth, so the dental records are gone.
That's true. That is
And
true.
fingerprints. But then it doesn't that go back to what I was saying to you, P, that I'm trying to work out, is this a slasher type film or not? As in, is it going to be gory, blood, chopping up and stuff? Because I kind of got the impression it's just going to be like you said, he's just been killing all these people and they're trying to figure out like where all these people are disappearing to or where these dead bodies are popping up from. But it's not necessarily going to be too graphic in the sense of like, showing people's heads being chopped off, etc. So I don't know, like I kind of get the impression they might try to be a little bit clever with this one, and it might be more of a cat and mouse thing, like you said, when he meets his match and sort of like how he escapes capture, etc. But yeah,
and it was set in the USA. It looked like, wasn't it? It looked like it was set in USA. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, subscribers, this is where we ask for you to help us. There's some subscribers out there that will know everything about this, down to the camera that was used. Please let us know. Give us some insight, some information that we may have missed out on. And let us know. Put us right. Tell us where we went wrong, or answer Sean's question, answer Arvy's question, answer my question. And you know what? It's funny how, as people that we always talk about peace and love, but we love anything that is a little bit slasher and violence. It's bizarre how the human mind works. Anyway, that was our reaction. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please check us out on Patreon. And that was our reaction to Freddy. Peace.